What's up guys, Yellow Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys a little bit of something different on this channel. This is going to be like a instructional, informational type video. Right now I'm with my friend Quentin, so if you want to say hello.
Hey.
So that's Quinn. And basically right here we have a spreadsheet created by Dunkashoen. Does that sound right?
I guess.
That's
Talking
probably,
shit. I don't
it's gonna
know.
get, that's about as good as it's gonna get.
I think he's German because this thing has German formatting.
Yeah, that's what it tells me too. I'm assuming he's German. So.
Wait, 2K18 Archetype and then badges. So maybe.
Oh, archetype. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Um,
Dude, wait. Freaking, there's Schroeder on the cover again for Germany.
oh, did they have that? Dennis Schroeder?
I'm pretty sure. I know,
That's
DeMar DeRozan is the Canada one.
that's funny actually. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do a
Is
different
DeMar
for each
DeRozan from
area.
Canada?
No, but he plays for the Raptors, so I mean,
Oh,
I guess it's close enough.
yeah. I was gonna say I thought he was like a California native, like LA
Oh.
native. Anyways, if you're looking to find the spreadsheet, if you just looked up NBA 2K18 archetypes and badges, like it's gonna come up. Basically, what this is if you guys have paid enough attention, 2K18 is promising the idea of two skill sets, which is something people were asking for a ton. So I think it's kind of a good thing they took this step. I think it's a step in the right direction. Um, so here's an idea of the badges. Me and Quinn really can't find anything to do with caps, like in terms of attribute caps. But I'm sure these badges will give you kind of a general enough idea of what the caps will probably look like once you get in the game, in terms of like what your skill set would be. But I think the biggest improvement though has to be the two skill system. Like I don't even think it's debatable.
I like that you can also be a pure whatever if
Yeah,
you
like if
want
you
to.
don't want to be that like so you'll be really good in that one area, but you still have to realize you're going to be a a one-dimensional type of player.
Glorified role player.
Oh, and also someone mentioned this has almost everything besides shooting guards are a bit. There's not a lot of
Yeah.
options in this spreadsheet for some reason. Like everything else, tons of options. Shooting guard, you have like five, and every single one you have to be driving and finishing as your second
I,
skill.
I
No
I'm
other options.
assuming whatever information he was getting this from. I feel like no one just went through shooting guards for
I
some
guess
reason.
nobody, yeah, nobody wanted to be a shooting guard, and whoever wanted to be a shooting guard apparently had a big interest in having a secondary skill in driving and finishing. That's the only
Which
thing that
is
makes
what,
sense.
dude. Shooting guards are so strong. I was like,
Yeah, usually they're pretty.
uh,
I thought it'd be more common of a like. I would think people would make guards long before they make forwards and centers, but I think small
yeah,
forward is becoming a really popular position too, just because of LeBron and KD and all of them. Point guard and small forward, I think, are gonna be the two most popular positions as usual.
yeah. I'm thinking the biggest play styles are definitely going to be playmaking and then either shot creator or 3 point. I think people are just kind of
We all want to play like Curry.
yeah.
That's true. Even that's what happens if you guys go to the gym. You'll realize that you'll just see people running around. Like literally, I play pickup like 3 or 4 times a week. Nobody plays, or very few people play like aggressive back to the basket type basketball. Literally, they just run down court, do three dribble moves where they stay in the same place and chuck up a three. Most of the time, like drilling it off the rim or off the backboard.
I guess they because you know how they do the short time stamina now in the game,
Yeah,
like from last year. I guess it's gonna drain faster this year,
really
but
too.
you
Okay,
can like truly max out with your stamina with. I think I think with almost every archetype, you're able to max out your stamina
that
if you
makes
put
sense.
in work.
I mean, there's some things that they have to do that, like free throw. Like realistically, if you're a shooter, you're more likely to have a better free throw rating. But like they can't discriminate against the people who are
Honestly,
athletic because sometimes those guys are good free throw shooters. It was like, how are you supposed to know?
for all of those, are they gonna be the gym again? Do you think?
I like that idea,
And
honestly.
and and thinking of that, since the gym is just gonna be part of the neighborhood, can you just do that whenever then?
That would be cool. Like I feel like if I wanted to grind 6 hours of game time and just shoot free throws, that should be a 99 free throw.
Yeah.
I mean, game time, like real life, you can't just shoot 6 hours.
I watched some video on JJ Redick.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, whenever he's practicing, he only shoots like 30 free throws. For
Wow.
someone who's like, isn't he top 10 in free throw percentage?
Yeah,
Like
he's like shooting 90%. I don't know how he's doing that though.
he says that the only time he ever shoots free throws is when he's taking a break from like the intensive practices. So he'll just sit there and shoot like 10 of them. and then go back to doing whatever.
Damn,
It's just like,
I
how
guess
do
if
you?
you're
How
that
do you?
naturally gifted at shooting, I mean, I guess you don't have to take any shots.
Dude, he was like, kind of like low key, freaking talking crap on DeAndre Jordan though.
Really?
Because he was talking about, he's like, yeah, some people free throws just do not work, no matter what they can do. It's just they don't work.
That's like everybody who talked about free throws taking a shot at DJ. The dude just can't shoot a free throw. He really can't. Like, it's crazy. I don't know how he's so bad at shooting.
The form isn't the worst anymore. It's just they can't go in ever.
It's just I mean, I figured it'd be tough though if you're that huge. Like it's probably weird shooting a free throw. He's like, can I just dunk? Please. Okay.
Just floater it.
Yeah, it's just floater. Okay, so let's start talking about this. That was like a 4-minute off-topic tangent that we just went on. Anyways, so we're gonna start from the top to bottom. So let's just scroll up. Let's look at the point guard, the passing and ball handling. It looks like one of the only point guards where you get, the only point guard in fact, where you're gonna get 5 Hall of Fame badges. But in terms of total badges, it's kind of minimalized. Like you only get 5 golds, 3 silver, 6 bronzes. I mean, that's kind of the fair trade-off, though, I think. I mean, realistically, I think there's pros and cons to all of them. I'm struggling a little bit with what I want to do, though, to be honest.
Dude, you get with the freaking playmaking and then shot creating, you like are really mastered in those areas, though. With the 1 Hall of Fame and 10 gold, it doesn't really look like you're
Very
diverging
nicely balanced out, yeah.
It doesn't look like you're diverging into anything else. But still, like that's gonna be nasty though, with Hall of Fame ankle breaker as being your thing.
Honestly, I'm looking at shot creating as the number 1 and passing and ball handling as the number 2 as a possibility.
Oh yeah, ankle breaker, Tyler
Scoring difficult shots. I mean, you can just cross somebody over and while doing that, continue your dribble, give them a little fade, and just hit that with a difficult shot. Like that's something that's gonna work. In tireless score, you can keep running back and forth with the ankle breakers.
Dude, it's like what I was trying to do last year, but as a pure playmaker, yeah.
Shots were not going. No matter what.
It's like, okay, alright.
Even shot creating and 3-point shooting, you still get gold ankle breaker.
That's not bad, yeah. And difficult shots, yeah.
I wish there's a way to look at, you can only look at a certain amount of the badges, huh? They don't have all of them listed. Just kind of the most popular ones.
It's your main 5, which I understand why it's attached to your first skill as your main 5, but it would be interesting if you could have a mixture of like Hall of Fame, but like that just goes in with the gold. So like with the second one with the 10 gold extra, a lot of those golds are probably going to be like tireless score, difficult shots, and stuff like that.
I figure as much too. And maybe shot creating, maybe you'll get some other stuff too. But I mean, we're yet to find out. I'm sure like some shooting stuff like catch and shoot might be silvers or bronzes. I really wouldn't be surprised. Just honestly, that's a skill set.
A point guard with passing, ball handling, and shot creating, one of the golds could be one-man fast break.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. It would fit that whole tireless score. I think that would kind of make sense. Anyways, passing, ball handling, I don't really think I would go with I don't think there's any situation in this game where I would go one-dimensional as a player, and I don't think that's worthwhile when they're giving you the opportunity to have 2 skill sets. I mean, you're going to get more Hall of Fame badges, but as a whole, I think if you're one-dimensional, it's going to be too easy to guard, like in any pickup game.
I think you should be a passing and ball handling post-scoring point guard.
No, I want to be, let's see, can I be like defending and rebounding point guard? That's the most genius to do.
Jeez.
So, how about
Bruiser Hall of Fame? What the hell?
We'll go through all of these, and once we get through all these, we'll talk about what we're going to be and the reason that we're going to choose that archetype. I think that makes sense so people understand what we think is the best. But obviously, I don't want it to have any I don't think it should have any influence on their decision. Like, this is just like, how do you want to play the game? I think it's cool that they're giving you that option. Like last year, so many people were centers. I don't think anybody wants to be a center. I think everybody just chose it because it was like an OP position, but it wasn't actually fun for them.
It really looks like you could make a Westbrook-style player in this game.
You really could.
Either driving and finishing and passing and ball handling, or the driving and finishing and... I mean, tough, though. Shot creating mainly, or I mean, could be, but like...
He is so like multi-dimensional, it's going to be tough to make him... Exactly.
Defending. Yeah. Honestly, driving and finishing and defending could work. Or driving, finishing, and rebounding.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever go point guard with a rebounding skill though.
Yeah, but still, I mean, if you're tall, but it wouldn't work really, probably in that sense. But honestly, rebounding isn't always attribute based in this game, though.
No, it's not. It's honestly all timing and skill based. Like I'll have the lowest rebounding, but if I time it, I'm gonna get all the boards. Like it's really not that hard.
Though, if you are facing someone with a higher one, you get
And they time it just as well. They're gonna
they
get
just
it.
rip it out of your
Yeah,
hand.
they're gonna get it. So I mean, there's times where if you have great timing and you have a high rebound, to have like a high rebounding stat, yeah, you're just gonna rip everybody. You're gonna get every board. But
Dude, it's crazy to me that a pure 3-point shooting point guard only has 4 Hall of Fame
yeah,
badges.
you think they have some more?
I want to know what a pure 3-point shooting guard would be, but that's
We
not an
don't know.
option right
You're only
now.
allowed to do driving and finishing apparently. Okay, but yeah, I would never go one dimensional. Passing, ball handling, the shot creating type, that actually looks pretty good. Looks like
With
it's
the shot creating first or passing and ball handling first?
passing ball handling for, but it still looks like it's leaning more on the passing and ball handling side of things.
Dude, if you want to be like a Kyrie or Curry, it looks like shot creating first and then passing and ball handling could work well.
That's what I'm thinking. I can't. No, I'm not gonna spoil my selection. I'm between like 3 different options right now, but I'll wait.
Those two is only a 1 badge difference too.
Yeah, they're all so similar. I'm assuming it's gonna be more of the skill caps that's gonna have the biggest hit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go passing
lot
and
of-
ball handling and 3-point shooting. I feel like you want at least 1 Hall of Fame badge.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm going for isn't gonna have a Hall of Fame badge, which, it's fine for me. What I'm going for kind of looks like just is good in quite a few different areas.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have a lot more goals as that trade-off.
I have it's gonna have 14 bronzes, which is the most, but I mean, that's a lot of badges. I mean, 27 in total for what I'm going for.
Right. Yeah, I think that's probably the highest that we're gonna see on the spreadsheet.
It's tied, I believe. I think there's like 2 or 3 other ones
A
that
small
have
forward has
27.
27. Yeah, the power forward. Yeah, there's a few. Not a lot though. Let's see. Passing and ball handling and driving and finishing. I mean, a lot of these are still like since passing ball handling is the first skill, it's all the badges are gonna be anchored towards them. So
Yeah, it's all based off of the first skill, where your major 5 badges are.
Then I think maybe the right solution is for each position. Let's just go with the first skill that probably looks like the best starter point, and then maybe a second skill to work with it. I think point guard, the best first skill looks like it's going to be shot creating because all the secondary skills that are going to match that you would actually realistically do as a point guard all give you at least a few Hall of Fame badges besides driving and finishing.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like all 4 of those options, shot creating, passing, ball handling, shot creating, 3-point shooting, all those 4, all those got Hall of Fame badges.
Honestly,
and a lot of gold badges. It's just
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of shot creating playmakers and shot creating 3-point sharpshooters.
which yeah, I would understand. Those look like the most.
Also, just because everyone wants to be Curry, so
That's true. Everybody's gonna want to like break an ankle, then drop a 3. Like it's normal. Let's see.
I mean, I like how diverse it is because it's also not going for, oh, what's the best? It's what you want to do, which I think is actually really cool. Because that was the issue last year. It's like there were like 5 or 6 different play styles for each position, and it just got repetitive because everyone was the exact same thing.
That's true. Everybody was either a super overpowered center or like shooting guards, and they just run through screens all the time and pop a 3. It was frustrating playing, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
I really wonder what the height caps are gonna do to this. Like what the different heights and.
The caps.
I wonder if weight is gonna play anything.
Yeah.
Weight did barely anything last year, which was kind of frustrating.
If it affects your skills but still gives you a boost in like other areas, I think that's a good trade-off because that's what it should do. But I think they're yet to find that balance.
Live did it well with the whole
Yeah.
demo thing, like how it would increase some things and decrease some things. But I mean, it's with what you want to do.
Honestly, I think like in a way we have to give a big thank you to Live because I don't think 2K would have pushed to make as many improvements as they did if there wasn't a competitive aspect to it. So Live, honestly, coming back into the game,
competition is great.
I'm hoping a lot of people buy Live because it's the only thing that's keep NBA Live in business, and that's the only thing that's going to keep NBA 2K pushing to make better games. Because otherwise, if you're the only sports game, like everybody's going to buy it. Like realistically, people go, "Oh, I'm not going to buy 2K this year." Everybody buys it. Like they do. Like you're going to give in at some point. And then once you do, it's like if it's the same game. Like I was the past few years, I was pissy because there wasn't enough improvement. This is the first year where I'm noticing like a huge improvement that I'm really excited for.
It looks great. I'm happy that I'm happy that rep is completely gone. It's all overall based, and there's no parks anymore. It's
Yeah.
just like everyone's just. I think the neighborhood's really nice.
I think it's going to be interesting. I'm really the thing I'm most concerned about is the network aspect because there's going to be so many players. 2K's going to have they need to have better servers, but I'm not sure if they worked on that. But I mean, you want to hope that they put that into consideration before they created the server where we can put hundreds of dudes in one area.
Oh, I know, right?
But so yeah, I would go shot creating as a point guard probably as the first skill. Driving and finishing also gives some good options though. So I would say between those,
Westbrook.
yeah, if you want to go more on the shooting side of things, I would go shot creating. If you want to go more on the athletic side of things, I would go driving and finishing. Then obviously you can get the second skill set to work according to that, but driving and finishing, the only one that won't give you multiple Hall of Fame badges is going to be the three-point shooting, which makes sense. I think they don't want people to have two skill sets that are so,
Yeah, they don't want to be OP on inside and out.
I think honestly they have an influence on each other. Like I think passing and ball handling gives you like let's say it's like Hall of Fame's 4 points, gold 3 points. You'll see what I'm saying in a second. Silver's 2 points, bronze 1 point. I think if you choose a first skill in passing and ball handling, that's like 3 points, and shot creating is like 1 point. That's why you have ankle breaker Hall of Fame. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but like if you have driving and finishing and 3-point shooting, they have no two skills that interlock with each other, so you can't have any Hall of Fame because there's nothing between them that will like improve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like driving, finishing, and shot creating, they'll both have great like finishing and acrobatic. Like so that's why they both have Hall of Fame. If that makes I don't know if that makes any sense, but I see the strategy here. I just wish there's a better way for me to like articulate what I'm seeing.
I wonder if people are gonna pick any ones where like one of your big 5 badges is gonna be silver. There's a lot of 3-point shooting ones where it's like the tireless scorer is silver.
All silvers, yeah.
But you're gonna be getting 3 other golds, which will like if you're looking at the 3-point shooting, driving, finishing one, it's gonna be towards driving and finishing.
Yeah, you'd have to wait and see.
But you're also getting a lot of silvers and bronze.
That's true. Defending also is an option, but I think on this, looks like if you're going to be a defender, the best option is to go either driving and finishing and defending or just an all-out one-dimensional defender. I wouldn't make a defending player, though. That's just never it's never my forte. I never think that's a good idea. So I think, honestly, if you're good enough at the game, you don't need to have that great of defensive stats to stay in front of somebody and shut them down.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy lateral quickness is a different attribute that you can level up. It's not locked. I'm happy nothing's locked anymore. It's these are all your shooting attributes. This is all your layups and dunks.
Yeah.
I'm happy they got away with that.
Yeah. They just had to go back to the basics a little bit. I think they just had to take a step back. I mean, I think they did a lot of improvements. I just can't wait. I mean, we're 4 days from the prelude.
I know.
So that's where we're going to get a better idea. And then obviously I'm going to be posting that too. And we'll talk a little bit more then about what we see. But shooting guard, not a lot of options here. Obviously the guy has to do some work in terms of like editing the spreadsheet. But
yeah,
honestly, shooting guards, from what I see, all of them look pretty balanced in terms of like badges. It really looks like shooting guard's just kind of one of those things where it's whatever you feel like being.
Yeah, I feel like the sharpshooting shooting guard is going to be the best sharpshooter if you're just going pure sharpshooter.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a pretty dirty.
If you're going for like a Klay Thompson or JJ Redick,
which makes sense because shooting guards usually.
I'm wondering if they're gonna do the whole 94 as your actual like true attribute cap, like the highest possible thing again,
Yeah.
Or if like, I wonder if you could get 99 as like.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Like I do, but then again, I can see how that could be overpowered too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I think if you can create a demigod, people always freaked out because that was a bad idea. Like, not really a demigod, but if you make a super overpowered player, people used to freak out like and be worried about that. That's why they made a one-skilled player last year, is because they were worried that players would be too like skilled.
They're trying to balance it.
But here's the thing: like, you can be super overpowered, but if all of us are allowed to make super overpowered players, which is what I want them to do.
It will result more on game skill. Yeah, like how good you are.
Then you can still be exactly what you want to be while still playing. And that's how it should be. That's really how it should be. In terms of small forward, I wouldn't go passing and ball handling first as small forward because usually I think if you're playing an online environment, I don't think a small forward will have the ball. I mean, it's possible you do, but usually you want to have the ball in your hands, right? You don't want to have a point guard you're running with to do that.
If you're going passing ball handling as a small forward, you got to go pure playmaker. I think.
Yeah, because those
Just
have
because
so many skill sets.
you get the 5 Hall of Fame and the 5 gold, so it's like.
And that way, I mean, you'll be like LeBron level passing. But I think like if you do full all that, you're like your play style will be like kind of like what, like a Ben Simmons maybe, because you won't be able to shoot. You'll maybe be a decent driver, but like you won't. I don't think you'll be like all your value on offense will go into the passing side of things, which is never what I like to do. I think you open up so much more passing wise when you have a skill set to score, which is why I would go. I want to be a position like point guard where I can have passing and ball handling as a skill set, but still be able to create my own shot, shoot around a little bit. But so in terms of if I'm crossing out passing and ball handling off the list of first skill and small forward, I would say full on 3-point shooting could probably be overpowered if you create like a nice, because that's pick and popper as well. If you create like a nice height on a 3-point shooter and you just stand there, just get some screens, roll off to the corner, roll off to mid range, I think you can drop a lot of buckets doing that.
Also, I wonder how good the 3-point defending small forward is gonna be. So you're just 3 and D right there. So
which is still that'd be like, that's a huge benefit to have on your team, a guy who can be really beneficial on offense with the 3 and like that, and defense, like that's a really dope mix to have.
I'm really hoping being taller isn't going to add such a detriment to your shooting ability.
I really hope it doesn't hinge that. Yeah, it would be unfortunate because realistically, like with what type of players we're seeing today, there's no influence between the two things.
Yeah.
Like if it's shooting, like there shouldn't be any influence. Like athleticism, shiftiness, of course, there's going to be an influence, but shooting is like that's not like an athletic thing. Like anybody can do that.
Yeah.
Regardless of height, as long as you put in the work. Also, driving and finishing and rebounding looks pretty solid. That's another two-dimensional that would be like a really good on the small forward side of things. Being able to go in the paint and get boards, you can do a lot for your team doing that. So the best options here are probably only a full playmaker if that's like what your team needs. But I would go either full 3-point shooting, depending on how good your shot can be. I might go shot creating and driving and finishing. That might be a pretty dirty all-around offensive threat too. And then I'd probably go driving and finishing and rebounding. Those would be my 3 main options, probably for a small forward.
A post-scoring shot creating would be really interesting.
If you're able to get those like post moves down, and you're like dirty on the analog stick, and with those times on your pump fakes in the post, you could be a pretty amazing player.
But also you have the shot creating ability too, so like
you can roll
that's
off.
That's not bad.
You can probably get some post fades or get a roll off and hit him with a 3 or not 3 but a fade.
Yeah, a little. You get out of the post and do a little step back.
You have a few options, yeah, depending on. But you know how 2K, like the thing is, they have a lot of your shot probability of going in goes down so much when you're near a defender. I wouldn't go with that skill set just because even though shot creating is going to improve your like movement and your shooting, like I wouldn't trust it to work as much as people.
I wonder if they're doing the whole late defense thing again. How it's so OP.
Yeah. I mean, I discussed that in my wishlist video. I'm not sure if you guys watched it, but I did discuss that. Late defense is probably my biggest issue. That's how
it was just so unrealistic. It's like they get like barely near you, and it really throws your shot.
And I thought that was the purpose of getting deep range Deadeye or something like that. The whole idea is to kill late defense. It didn't do anything. That badge was a joke. It doesn't do anything.
I'm definitely gonna put. I think I'm gonna have shot feedback on this here.
I probably will too. Just get like that a mindset and idea of what shot's considered a good shot. I think that's always a good idea. Power forward. You say what your power forward build is going to be now that we're through this level, so people get an idea of what you think is the best, and I'll just kind of scroll and look at it a little bit.
I mean, I'm looking to do the driving and finishing 3-point shooting, so I mean, my idea coming into this was trying to make like a Blake Griffin-esque, like non-injured Blake Griffin-esque.
Yeah.
The thing that caught my eye is the whole 27 badges that it has, which I believe is tied for the most, and then it has the most bronze badges. So I'm really wondering like what small things this power forward is going to be with. Like, since it is a power forward, you could have what is it called? They even still have that? Yeah, the hustle rebounder could be a bronze or something. Bronze or silver. Yeah.
You have put back King Lofty finisher. Yeah, that really is kind of a Blake type of build. Driving finishing, you probably get acrobat with that. You can probably get one man fast break with the driving and finishing to be able to run the floor like that.
From what I saw in a video of like someone actually scrolling through the thing, like in the actual game, your speed is pretty decent as a driving and finishing power
Yeah,
forward.
and
Like,
with 3-point shooting too, being able to run to your spot and get somebody on a fast break, that's gonna be awesome. Being able to shoot too.
I'm thinking one of the other golds, or at least a silver, could be what is it? Tireless Score could possibly be one of them, but that's probably more of a shock rating thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure it might come in as a bronze or so. I mean, you have 14 bronzes. I'm
I'm
sure
just
there's more
hoping.
than you could imagine.
I'm just hoping catch and shoot is one of the golds. If catch and shoot and corner specialist.
Catch and shoot's those two are guaranteed at least silvers.
Yeah.
I could see those. I'm honestly with a power forward though and 3-point shooting in the second. I'm thinking they're probably more on the silver end, but I'm not sure.
I'm really interested to see if there's a limitless range bronze. At least bronze for the
3-point shooting, I think it could be either bronze or silver, honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely bronze. Like definitely bronze. If you have a 3-point shooting second skill, they're gonna give it to you.
Yeah. Any other power forwards you think look interesting?
Like the same idea. Post scoring could be a good option depending on like the size you decide to go with. I never like to go rebounding or defending first. Like I said, both those skills to me are like it's more like natural ability than you need to actually focus on in the game. Like I never upgraded those with my player first because if you can be a good defender or rebounder even with those skills like as low as possible.
I looking at the defending and driving and finishing though, you do get 10 golds. Like besides the 4 that you see there.
That's true.
You could be good at pretty good
stuff.
at attacking the basket. Like
that's true. And
if you could manage to get like posterizer gold as one of those extras, you're gonna be good on both ends.
That's
Just
true.
Pure athleticism.
That's true. That would be pretty nice. I mean, honestly, the power forward looks like one of the more balanced out. I mean, when you scroll through, so many less Hall of Fame badges as a whole, but so many more golds and all-around badge opportunities. So I think power forward looks like one of the more versatile positions to go with in the upcoming game.
Do you think defending and driving and finishing could go with like an Anthony Davis route?
I think it could. I mean, obviously you're going more towards the rookie version of him if you can't upgrade that shot, but you really don't need to. Like if you're good at defending, you're gonna be able to run the floor too with driving and finishing. I think defending probably has a boost in athleticism as well. I mean, you're gonna be an athletic player that can chase down. Like you have Chase and R's Hall of Fame, you'll be able to chase down some.
So you have to have good speed. If you manage to have chase down artists as Hall of Fame as a power forward,
yeah,
you probably have a good decent speed.
And full defensive, I mean that looks pretty awesome too. Power forward that has defensive stopper, rim protector, chase down R's, and charge card, all Hall of Fame. I mean that rim protector Hall of Fame, that'd be a huge plus to have on your team. So I mean I can see.
Dude, defensive stopper Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure that completely negates gold badges. Like I'm pretty sure that just drops them all the way. And if they manage to have
shut down everybody.
If they manage to have a Hall of Fame, I think those go down to a bronze.
Yeah, I mean that would be a really that's a good skill set. Actually, yeah, that's where power forward I could see getting defending as long as you max out your badges. It could be a pretty overpowered skill set. You just have to realize you're gonna be kind of more of a liability on the offensive end. When most people when you have to realize in this game, most people are gonna create both their skills to be offensively oriented.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be you're not gonna be skilled enough, but with that in mind, when you make a defending player, you're gonna be able to be more influential on your team's success because more often than not, you're gonna be trying to play somebody whose main goal is to score, not to play defense, but just to score.
I think defending in 3-point, you get 24 badges. So do you think you could be like a Draymond Green?
So yeah, I think that could be the same idea, the same 3-and-D type build for the power forward.
Yeah,
could be a really good build.
I think definitely going with defending first looks like a better option if you're going 3-and-D.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would do too. I don't think, if I'm power forward, I don't know if I'd go 3-point shooting first because since you're power forward, they're naturally gonna lower your cap for that. So I'd make it a different first skill and then just make that a secondary. Just so it's just so you're still good at it, but you don't expect to be great. And then center. So this is the last option we're going to go with. The last, position, obviously. So with this, center really makes it easy. You're not going to go with 3-point shooting and passing ball handling. Nobody's trying to do that. Nobody's trying to. Yeah, everybody's trying to be like Giannis, even though he's obviously not a center, but like everybody's trying to build that. No chance. The game's not going to allow you to be successful doing that. So
Oh
nobody's.
my god.
Let's just negate that whole option. Let's negate the second one. If you're a center, please do not make 3-point shooting your first skill. It'll probably not work for you. I mean, it
Dude,
might actually. It might, but
you could
usually
be
it doesn't.
straight Andre Drummond with rebounding, driving, and finishing. Having hustle, rebounding, and putback king.
You would destroy, honestly.
Like that is so many like garbage points that you're getting just underneath the basket. It's gonna be like centers last year.
Yeah, rebounding and defending would be awesome too. This is the one situation where the two skills I
You
don't.
still have putback king? Jeez.
Yeah, brick wall Hall of Fame, bruiser Hall of Fame, hustle rebounder gold, break starter. I mean, break starter gold is gonna be awesome too if you're getting those boards and just push it down with fast break. I mean, that's
Dude,
the
I
thing.
know.
Like, you don't need them to do much offense. Like, your offensive or skill set when you do rebounding first, you're still gonna be so effective offensively because you're just gonna get offensive boards for your team. Like, that's so important. So a lot of centers can be really beneficial. I would honestly go with I'd probably go with a rebounding first skill, defending, rebounding, or post scoring, and that's where it's really up to the player. I
Do you
mean,
think you could go a jerk route with post scoring and 3-point? Like, do you think it'd be
even post
effective?
scoring and shot creating might fit that same build. Both those could kind of be a jerk route maybe. Um, but that also has to go with late defense because Dirk's one of those players where his skill is based off the fact that he doesn't get affected by late defense. So that's where it's going to be
Yeah.
tough. But I think rebounding, if you get a high enough offensive, or if you do like rebounding and driving and finishing, you'll be great because putback king and all that stuff. You'll just get offensive boards and throw them back down all day. I mean, you're not going to be creating any offense, but you'll still like score plenty of points. You'll get plenty of rebounds, obviously.
Oh, I know.
So, with that being said, you said your position. Now I'm gonna have to get to mine, or like what I feel like I'm gonna build. So basically, obviously, we already have our squad that we run with. So I want to, preface what I'm gonna choose. Um, so since we have our team and we run our pro-am squad and we have everything we want to run, we have to build around each other. Just so like everybody's watching this understands why I'm going with like a point guard and this type of skill set. Because my skills aren't just about what I'm gonna do offline. It's more important to me what I do online. Because like you know what I mean? Like when you play offline, you're only playing offline, so you can be better when you play online. That's just the
You,
truth.
I,
And now
I
that
think, I think with how what me and you are planning on doing, I think we may need to practice pick and rolls.
oh
With my
definitely,
pick and roller and just with
definitely,
the Lob City finisher and all that.
yeah, without a doubt, we'll have to work with that. And you could also honestly, with you being a 3-point shooter, I wouldn't be surprised if you have pick and pop too,
Yeah, at least a silver or something like that.
or even a bronze. Like we can work with that because then off the screen, you're effective in more than just one situation. You can roll, we'll get the oop. You can back up. People have to guard the three. If they guard the three, you're able to roll again, or you can roll, fake a roll, go back three. I mean, you have so many options.
I love how we're decently switching people from last year, in a way. Just kind of like improved versions for our two people.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I can't because this year I was athletic small forward, right?
Yeah. And I was the playmaking point guard, and I
Yeah.
kind of just swapped. I wonder what Clay's gonna do.
Yeah, so because we have one other guy who always runs with us. We have we have two open spots. We need to find some crew members to run with, but us three for sure we always run together. So we're trying to build like stuff that's gonna play off each other.
Hmm.
I need to talk to Clay and see what he's thinking. But so with me being a point guard, I gotta be aware of the fact that obviously my main goal has to be distribution, and then try to make scoring like a secondary option. But I think there's a few things I gotta decide. Like I think shot creating and 3-point shooting as a secondary is really good. I think shot creating and passing and ball handling is a dope. Like ankle breaker Hall of Fame, the Tyler score and difficult shots. All three of
You're
those seem like
Kyrie.
those would work in such great unison. I feel like, and Kyrie is my favorite player, dude. I would love being able to play like him.
I'm pretty sure as a shot creator point guard, your mid range is maxed out. Like I'm pretty sure that thing is completely maxed out. So, and your 3 points at least a
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even play behind the
decent
line.
amount.
I would just hit people with stuff, and then just hit middies. And if you're open, you can still drill a three, which is still good enough to keep a defender on you, which gives you that opportunity to shake and bake a little bit too.
I think they were giving percentages based off like what your open 3-point thing. It was like if you have like a 60, I think yeah, like a 69 or lower, or like a 60 and under, your percentage of making it is like 25-30%.
Oh, an
Like
open three?
like yeah, like their whole average numbers. Like if you have like a 69 to a 60, I believe, you're on average going to make 25 to 30% of your wipe.
That's still pretty low, and I'm assuming that variation is depending on the timing of the shot release.
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's where I want to probably be in the 70s for that, but plus your badges too, that'll probably increase the percentages. I mean, it's so hard to go into the metrics of them creating this game because there's so many different, there's like such a variation of what you could be doing. But lastly, shot creating and passing ball handling is my number one option. I feel like I was considering being a three-pointer passing ball handling first, but I think that looks like the most all-around dominant route. The only other option I'd go with is like a driving and finishing and passing and ball handling, or driving and finishing and shot creating. That's another option where I could be really offensively gifted, but I still feel like I'd rather go the shot creating route because I think that will space the floor more depending on it. Just based off how our team's going to build, I think I'll space the floor more with my.
We had no shooting last year.
We really didn't. I think. Although I think I'm good enough to be able to play in the paint without needing a huge benefit to my layup and dunk skills. Like if I'm good enough to break somebody's ankles and get in the paint, I mean obviously if you're wide open, your guy's gonna hit a layup. And if I get switched on, my guy's gonna have passing ball handling. I'll just pass it off to a big man. Like there's options there.
If you do the shot creating and passing and ball handling, you also get that gold teardropper, which if floaters work well, that can work out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drill those floaters. I really cannot wait. I cannot wait for this game. And I think, honestly, having that 21 badge, I think that keeps you motivated to keep playing and grinding because you have so many badges to work for.
You can see your progress on them now, too, which is freaking
It's
great.
Awesome. Like, and think about it. Like, honestly, last year, I grinded for, like, one day, and I got all 5 badges Hall of Fame. Having that constant drive to have to grind and grind and grind and feel like you don't have to play one way because you have so many different badges, that's going to be awesome.
I'm happy that it's not, okay, you have 5 badges that you can get up to Hall of Fame, everything else is bronze, no matter what. You can't do anything about it.
And most of you can't get bronze, like impossible. It's just crazy.
Yeah, this year, it feels like, wow, we're actually NBA players.
Like, yeah, you actually have a skill set. And we look like we're going to be players where if you create a player outside of the game, you're not going to be an 80 overall. If you max out your player, you actually should be like a 95, 96.
Yeah. I think there's still going to be some inflation.
Yeah,
but not as much.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I can even build a player that's 88 overall, 89 overall, I'll roll with that. Like, I'll chill, because that's like you said, that's what overall Kyrie is. If I can play like Kyrie and be like the same skill set, bro, you'll see me having so much fun in the park.
Wasn't yeah, also pro. I'm excited for pro am.
So excited for all of it.
Wasn't what was I gonna say? God, I forgot. All right, anyways, continue. I forgot what I was gonna say.
So, yeah, right now I think
come back to me.
I'm going to go shot creating and passing and ball handling. I think that's the way to go. Either way, I'm going to let you say what you want to say, then I'm going to wrap it up. Give some final commentary, as if you remember what you were saying.
I do not. Oh, God damn it, I had it there.
Hate it when that happens.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
I'll get there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should I just wrap it up?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Either way, so that's like we mentioned at the beginning. This is pure like our opinion. Like I said, just look up this spreadsheet. You'll find everything you need to find. Prelude comes out in 3 or 4 days, so you guys get to check that out too. Recommend all you guys play, obviously, to get the idea of what skill set you want to be. But this is all our opinion on what skill sets look the most dominant based off badges. Obviously, it's up to you guys whether you want to trust that or not. And once we play the game, we're probably going to re-update our opinions on these things once we play the game and see what they worked on, what they didn't work on. 'Cause that's a pretty big deal, obviously. You never know what's going to work in game.
Yeah, I mean, you put this link in the description.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll put the link of this spreadsheet in the description if you guys are trying to check that out. Also, yeah, make sure to comment down below what just based off this, what type of build you guys are looking at. Give me your reasoning, what play style you're trying to go for. Give me an idea of what you guys are thinking of doing. For all you know, it might influence my decision with my player, and if not, it's always cool to see what you guys are thinking of doing. And yeah, I like being involved in that way. So that's really all I have to say. You got anything more you want to add, or you doing good?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, if that's all of it, then thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please smash that like button below. Like I said, please comment down what you're thinking to do for the next year's game. Let me know what you guys are excited about in this game. Just all your opinions and all that. I'm happy to hear them. Please comment them down below. And lastly, subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned to this series and other series I got going on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Boom.
I hope my mic